Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to this week's installment of the Renegade of Wrestling. I am your host, the Renegade of Wrestling, J.J. Williams, and I have brought with me on this week's installment none other than Jeff Meacham.
Yay me.
Now, it's whatever, probably about 11:20 here, Pacific Standard Time, Monday night. We just
give or take an hour.
We just finished watching Monday Night Raw because we're not like those with satellite TV or some of the better cable companies, so, you know.
By the way, those of you with satellite TV, those of you that live on the East Coast and are on my goddamn Facebook wall,
and mine,
and JJ's, can you all just take a little breather and realize that those of us that are on the West Coast and can't afford satellite TV have been getting... Seriously, and I didn't tell you this. I knew every single thing that was going to happen tonight before we even got on the air at 9 o'clock here. I knew from the get that John Cena was going to become the WWE Champion. I knew from the get that CM Punk was going to walk out there tonight. I knew everything. Of course, I knew about Punk because of another source.
Yeah, but, I knew about half of those things.
Yeah.
I knew that Rey Mysterio was going to be WWE Champion.
Oh, God.
I knew that Jim Ross was coming back.
Which is good.
I knew that John Morrison was coming back. And I knew that CM Punk had returned.
Yeah.
Not even through your source, because one of our fans, in fact, the Lady Killer's ex-wife, posted on Facebook. What was the name of that song CM Punk came out to tonight? Anna, it's called The Cult of Personality by Living Color. Look it up.
Yeah. Which, by the way, he gets a song change, which is fucking epic in and of itself, because I love This Fire Burns, but it was time for a change. And if what we're hearing is true, excuse me all the hell, if what we're hearing is true, and this is going to lead a cult of people into WWE to help take over, more power to it, dude.
Right.
Because we'll see Colt Cabana in this cult, we'll see the KOW in this cult.
That's right.
Shit. Bring Brian into the fold over from SmackDown.
Evan.
And Matt Sydal. You know what? I'm going back on that one, too. Evan Bourne is slave name now, too. Matt Sydal.
Okay.
Matt Sydal.
So anyways, we're going to get into what we just saw on Monday Night Raw.
You pretty much heard it down the first couple minutes here. Seriously, what a disaster area.
But there's some things we want to get more in depth into. First of all, Rey Mysterio versus The Miz. Okay? The Miz was what he says he is. The most must-see champion in recent history. And you jobbed him out to a 5'4" nothing. Rey Mysterio... I get it that Rey Mysterio sells merchandise. I get it that he attracts the same kid dynamic that John Cena does. And even attracts the Latino dynamic. But seriously, Rey Mysterio is a joke to the WWE title.
And in the process of winning the WWE Championship,
I know, it sucks to say,
he made the big goal, the World Heavyweight title, meaningless.
Yep.
You know why, kids? Let me tell you why, kids. It's howdy doody time for a minute. Because he went in the back, high-fived everybody, including Beth Phoenix, who you know is warning going, the real one's in my house.
And the refrigerator right next to the kitchen.
Yeah, the refrigerator next to the kitchen sink. What the hell is it doing here? And he went on the camera and he said, for all the months and years I've been on the road away from my girls and my girl and my boy and my wife, Daddy's coming home. This time he's coming home with the gold. You're a two-time world champion, you stupid, ignorant midget. You made the entire World Heavyweight Championship meaningless. The one that Triple H made something. The one that Batista, I'll give Batista this, made something. The one that guys like CM Punk and Jeff Hardy and Chris Jericho a couple years ago made something. Now that belt has been going back and forth the last 2-3 months with Christian and Orton in a fucking blow your head off feud. And now Ray just totally just put the final nail in the coffin and buried it in the sand. You stupid, ignorant midget.
I completely agree. I've been anti-Mysterio since around the time he got his first title. when he started accessorizing Eddie Guerrero armbands with his costume.
Mm-hmm.
So to see Rey Mysterio take that strap, it pissed both of us off. Safe to say.
And I'm sorry, for those of you out there, are we complaining too much? Is JJ complaining too much and trying to get himself over as a result of it? I'm sorry, but it's true what he's saying. It's true what I'm saying. Go ahead, Jay.
That brings us to the second match of the night, which was Dolph Ziggler versus... I've been ranting so long on Rey Mysterio.
I remember who the hell Dolph faced tonight. It was Evan Bourne. Matt
yeah,
Sydal.
Thank you.
Matt Sydal.
Evan Bourne.
That's right. And
I'm sorry, Matt.
Yeah, sorry, Matt. Yeah. Granted, in a perfect world, this would be a great match, and it'd be a high flyer versus a technical guy. But you know what? If they're pushing Dolph the way they need to push Dolph, then what happened should have happened. Dolph just owned him.
Yeah.
And whatever. Then you had... Okay. I get that Keystone Light is a sponsor of a PG show. Why, I don't know. But to have the guy appear in gimmick and tattoo a Bella Nikki so she's shown apart from Brie. I can't remember the damn Bella's name. That's so fucking little I think of those two broads. And then to have him be written out of the show as a result of having to go get the paint off. And that's how we get to see Melina tonight.
Yeah.
And
freaking Melina and Maurice versus Kelly and Eve.
Barbie and Wonder Woman.
And I don't even know how this match really ended. I mean, we know that Kelly and Eve won because somebody went and pressed the live button on the remote, so we don't know who scored the pinfall, who got beat, because if Melina is the one that got pinned, I'd even have more venom to be spewing out right now, but I don't know.
I could give fuck all about that match. I even give fuck about Melina. They booked her into such oblivion.
This is true.
I really don't care. And the fact that I rewound because I saw Triple H and R-Truth on the screen, what are they going to say? Oh, it's just a backstage little talk. We couldn't even hear what they said.
Which leads us into
Triple H's State of WWE address. The exodus of Michael Cole.
At least for now.
Out of the announce booth, at least for now.
At least for tonight.
Jeffy's heart got about a size bigger because it had grown 3 sizes too small in Grinch State when that little midget won the championship. But it started to pop out of its bubble a little bit when Michael Cole not only had to leave the announce booth, but had to get into wrestling gear and get beat by the guy we're going to talk about in a minute.
But hold on, who did he have to leave the announce booth for? That should have made your heart grow a little bit even bigger.
Honestly,
Jim Ross's return to the announce position.
Yes. Next
to Jerry the King Lawler, where he belongs.
Now, if only we can get Taz to get away from TNA for a minute and go back to SmackDown. I'll even tolerate Cole on SmackDown if he's with Taz.
Or JBL. Cole and JBL wasn't horrible.
Cole and JBL wasn't horrible. That's the thing. Cole and everybody wasn't horrible, except the King didn't want to carry his stupid ass. So, whatever.
And rightfully so. I mean, Jerry Lawler has been doing this for how long?
Since 1992.
If the color commentator has to carry the play-by-play guy, there's a problem.
That's fail. And the fact is, Cole has been so bad, but his color commentators have been willing to play a dynamic where they've picked up the slack, so to speak.
I yearn for the days of the coach, seriously.
I'm almost... And you know what? When I heard Joey Styles come back to announce it, I was like, yeah! Oh, it's not Superstars.
Of course it is. It's the internet show. Yeah. Joey Styles runs the internet, basically.
Yeah, Joey Styles calls the Beth Phoenix and Natalya match. Or the Beth Phoenix-Gail Kim match. Or whatever match we want to see out of the girls.
Yeah.
From there...
Kofi and Alberto Del Rio again.
Why? Kofi got the upset in the title tournament. Alberto doesn't need this shit.
No.
Alberto doesn't need to beat Kofi.
Destiny.
It is his destiny. Although at the end of the show, now we know what the hell is going to be here at SummerSlam because his destiny is all tore up in the air now.
Yeah.
But we'll get to that in a minute. From there, I think
Michael Cole versus Zack Ryder. We finally got Zack Ryder on the Monday Night Raw, and it wasn't just a split second with the Nexus.
It was an actual match. Yes,
with a T-shirt.
With a T-shirt,
which
and a
I will be buying.
Yes.
Zack, if you watch our show, Cobroskis of the Week.
Right here.
Seriously.
Woo, woo, woo.
You know it.
Please, Zach.
Zach, he'd spike his hair, but he doesn't have any. His woman shaved it off for him.
Although we can spike the boys' hair.
Yes, we always do.
We spike it so high we got him on rides he shouldn't be on. That's how.
That's right, dude.
That's right.
Anyways,
we committed crimes against Disneyland.
The main event.
It's the main, if you want to call it that.
It was the main event. Rey Mysterio
I think what happened after was
giving the title defense to John Cena.
Now, I understand that a lot of people were pissed off, including you, and we did tape an episode that did not make air because of multiple errors.
Yes.
Where this gentleman here said he was back in the C Nation, he was back on top with him, and if Cena pulled this crap again, he was going to flip the bird. And sure enough, he's sitting at the camera doing this. And luckily, the hat's not here for him to burn, because I actually want that hat. I really do.
I am willing to give Cena one more shot. Only because I didn't want Rey to be champion as much as you didn't want him to be champion.
Exactly.
But my point through all this to Jeff and to AA cameraman Austin and to J Rolls was, you've got 50 guys in the locker room. Why is John the one to get this match? I understand that when Punk won and left with the title, Cena kind of didn't get his rematch and got fucked out of that. BOOHOO. Save it for a fucking pay-per-view. Give the match to a Drew McIntyre, a Dolph Ziggler, a Kofi Kingston, a Miz, an A-Ryan, a somebody other than John Cena.
The reason they did this is because of what happened when John was celebrating. The music hits, and here he comes in that white shirt that's selling for $600 on eBay.
And I'm telling you, if that shirt is on Shop Zone, you bastards that paid $600 on eBay are gonna feel fucking dumb.
I'm gonna go through and find those auctions that are past due and find usernames and emails. I'm gonna email every one of them dumb motherfuckers and go, when I get my
I got my shirt for $25.95 plus shipping and handling.
That's right. And we will wear them to SummerSlam.
With pride.
With pride. And the fact is, Punk's not a VIP.
Nope.
If they don't add him as a VIP, we will get him for $25.
Maybe. CM Punk has not done an autograph signing in the last 2 SummerSlams.
That's true.
Now, it would behoove them, before we get into you and CM Punk and autographs, it would behoove WWE to throw him out there with the general admission public, because the fans would line up in droves.
The backlash.
Wait till you see the line for Alberto Del Rio.
Yeah. The backlash to that would be, if Punk's line is so long, everybody else is getting shunned.
Exactly.
There's no lines for anybody. But
that would prove Punk's point all along.
True.
He is marketable.
Yep.
I think that about says it for this episode of Renegade, but I know you had something you wanted to get off your chest.
That's okay. You know what? I will save that for a video all its own.
Really? If you got a couple minutes, I will step off if you want to handle this.
I want this to be able to have as long as I need.
Fair enough. So it looks like they're going to go into part 2. So
no, part 2. Let's stay on its own.
Okay. Stand on its own.
It'll be on the Renegade YouTube.
Yes.
It'll be with Dads and Renegade and the party conversations.
Fair enough. However you want to handle it.
All right.
So for this week, Renegade of Wrestling, I am your host. Thank you, Jeff, for venting and getting your frustrations out.
I love you, people.
See you next week.